Number 5. Locked and Loaded. It was still the witching hour when Reddit user Emergency Unit 6388 got woken up by a loud bang coming from his front door. Convinced someone was trying to break in, he hopped out of bed, ready to face whoever had dared to disturb his sleep. But after creeping through the house locked and loaded, ready for a scrap, he found absolutely nothing. Not a soul in sight, and all the doors were still locked up tight. He probably would have just chalked it up to his imagination and gone back to bed, but luckily for us, his security camera was rolling the whole time. And what it captured was so baffling, he had to post the footage online for answers, leaving the internet utterly confused about what they just witnessed while watching his CCTV feed. This is what was caught that night. That's one way to get an eviction notice from the ghostly landlord. First, the front door swings open completely on its own. Unless this ghost has recently passed a locksmith course in the afterlife, that's already creepy enough to have anyone reaching for a spare pair of pants. But the spooky shenanigans didn't stop there. A second later, a pair of boots are launched off that shoe rack as if they've been drop-kicked by an invisible force. But before you start dialing Zach Baggins' phone number,
once for a male, twice for a female,
we spotted something a bit sus. If you look closely just before the books take flight, there's a small glint of something silvery hanging down from the shoe rack, on the black shoes directly underneath the boots. But hang on, what if that glint isn't what it looks like? After a bit of digging in the comments, some viewers pointed out something that blows the fishing line theory right out of the water. They reckon that silvery glint isn't a string at all, but an aglet. You know, the little metal or plastic tip on a shoelace. It's exactly the kind of thing you'd see dangling from a pair of trainers on the shoe rack, and in the blurry footage, it could easily be mistaken for something more suspicious. Plus, to pull it from that position, someone had to be on the floor, but even then the way the boots fall makes it really unlikely to be pulled from underneath. So where does that leave us? Was that glint just a simple shoelace tip, meaning the boots really were launched by an unseen force? Or was it a cleverly hidden string after all? And this whole thing is a load of old cobblers. We'll let you be the judge of this one, but one thing's for sure, only a ghost would have the courage to break into this jacked Chad's house. Number 4. Uninvited Guests. On the 16th of October 2024, TikToker Davo Valkrat was browsing a dusty junk shop in Mexico when one particular object seemed to call out to him. A creepy-looking doll. He said he felt an unexplainable pull towards it, but when he took it to the counter, the shopkeeper's friendly smile vanished. The owner warned him that the doll was bad news. The previous owner had left it there for free, and ever since its arrival, objects had been flying off shelves, and strange sounds had echoed through the shop at night. Now, most people would have dropped the doll and noped out there faster than you can say hell no. But Davo, being a bit of a thrill seeker, bought it anyway. He took it home, hoping to catch some spooky action on camera. And let's just say, he got way more than he bargained for. The activity started almost immediately, waking him up at stupid o'clock nearly every night. But then one evening, his camera captured the moment things went from strange to downright terrifying. Here's what he caught.
Son las 3:43 de la mañana. Y justo... Otra vez. Luego empiezo a sentir adrenalina. Por eso respiro así. Encendí la linterna. No hay nadie. Todo está totalmente cerrado.
The weird, breathy scream and knocking is especially creepy considering there is clearly no one else inside his house. As he carried on searching for the source of the noise, everything got even weirder.
No entiendo qué... Para los que me dicen que me vaya de la casa. Manchen. Es bien fácil decirlo.
The strangest thing about the video isn't just the knocking. Throughout the clip, you can hear what sounds like a woman's voice gently whispering. Following him through the house. He tried his hardest to brush it off as the house making noise or the neighbors moving around. But he knew it was something to do with that doll he picked up. As he was clearing some storage in his phone a few days later, he went through his videos and noticed one he had forgotten about. After getting a weird feeling from it, he decided to run it through some editing software and changing the contrast, which was when he realized that he was dealing with something much more sinister than he thought.
Este es el video editado. Observen bien detrás del sillón.
Eso es.
Hagan la comparación de cuando entro a la casa y mi perrito ve a la cámara. No hay nada que haga ese bulto ni en la silla. Es una maldita cabeza. Parece una calavera sonriendo.
Something horrific was poking its head out from behind the chair. He said he didn't notice it at the time until he put the footage through the software, but he knew something just wasn't right. As soon as he acknowledged the entity, it got stronger. He caught this video at around 6 a.m. while he was working, looking closely at the kitchen door when he leaves the room.
Estaba editando. Ya es de mañana. Son las 6:05 de la mañana. ¿Y se acuerdan lo que pasó en un video? de que estaban pegando ahí en la cocina. Bueno, pues otra vez se escuchó. ¿Ven? No es nada. La muñeca está bien, no se ha movido. No hay nadie, no hay nada.
At 32 to 34 seconds into the video, that same strange face he saw before poked around the doorway. But he investigates the whole area fully, and there is nowhere for anyone to hide. So what could this have been? Was something attached to the doll? Because the activity only started when he brought it home after all. Let us know what you think about this one down in the comments. Number 3. Musical chairs. Tony Rogers was getting ready for work one afternoon, which is when she noticed that something wasn't quite right with her dog, Bailey. She was nervously pottering around the house and whimpering as she went.
What was that?
Like she was nervous of something in the house. So, Tony began recording just in case something bad had happened and she needed proof. But what she ended up catching on camera was something much more sinister.
Okay, so... Bailey, come here. She's acting really strange today. I don't know what's going on with her. What is it, Baze? I don't see anything. Bailey? What? What is she looking at? Bailey? What was that?
After hearing a strange noise from nearby, Tony and Bailey become even jumpier, which is when things took a terrifying turn.
Bailey, what is it? What the fuck? Oh my god, did that chair just move? Oh my god. Oh shit!
According to the video description, she ran out of the house after the video was taken. There doesn't appear to be anything attached to the chair at all, and if there were a string tied to it, Bailey would have been seen sniffing at it and stepping over it while she moved across the floor. So how could the chair have moved so purposefully, like someone had dragged it? Do you have any theories about what could have happened here? Leave them in the comments down below. Number 2. Grandmother's Cemetery. Franco was no stranger to haunted places, so when he first ventured into a strange cemetery dubbed the Old Lady Cemetery, he felt pretty prepared. But he could have never guessed quite how terrifying his experience was going to be. As he ventured through the tombs, he had a distinct feeling that he wasn't alone, so he set up a few stationary cameras to see if he could catch anything. And the footage he caught made him fear for his life.
But nothing. It scared me enough to just run up here to look. I'm looking at the old lady tomb right now, and I see something. Holy shit. I'm gonna switch to color mode. Right now I'm looking into the room. I know it looks a little bit grainy. I'll go ahead and turn on the light.
There is a figure in the doorway that seems to vanish when the torch is trained on it. Frank does say that a lot of people do come in and out of the cemetery, but why would the figure be disappearing with light? After struggling to figure out what could have happened, he begins to trek through the rest of the area and check out the other gravestones. But as he did so, he realized he wasn't alone.
Towards the back. Oh, I just heard something over here. I'm gonna turn on my flashlight. I don't even see them. Wait, I think I do. Look. Freaking light. There we go. They're way up there. Walking back and forth. I want to make sure there's nobody else around. Oh, that looks like the fucking run. That. Oh, that looks like fucking running towards me. Oh. There's somebody fucking running.
While the figure could well be a real person, that is 10 times creepier than a ghost, isn't it? And why were they headed straight for him? It looks like an older woman wearing a hospital gown. What could she have been approaching for? Either for help or something sinister. Luckily, Franco was able to make it to his car before anything bad happened. But could that figure have been following him the entire time? The figure in the doorway we saw earlier looks eerily similar to the person chasing him to his car at the end. What do you think happened here? Leave any of your theories down in the comments below.
Oh, that looks like the fucking run.
Number 1. New beginnings. This clip was recorded by a man who had recently moved into a brand new apartment building. But it seems as though the history from the plot of land had been infused into the new build, because from the day he moved in, he began experiencing something unexplainable. Take a look.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in. Ever since we've moved in, this has been happening. It's a brand new building. I don't get it. Happens that often, the handle is even loose. Really fed up with this. It's all the time at the moment.
The handle has even come loose because of how much it was happening. He says it happens almost every single night. The strange thing about this video is the fact that the building is brand new. So there's no place for things like ancient legends or old faulty designs to cause any of these problems. Something could haunt the area though. Do you think that could be the case? Could it be a spirit showing its disdain for being awoken after all these years? I guess we'll never know.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in. Ever since we've moved in.
But that the rocking chair and the ghostly figure approaching through the TV screen reflect that. His house turns into a paranormal playground. This is a classic example of walking through it. It's like they couldn't even see it. And at one point, its head even vanishes.